All right. Well, my name is Ava, and I want to welcome you to what I'm going to call the Church of Ultimate Happiness. And in this church, we're going to explore all the various spiritual paths to greater happiness, to ultimate happiness, and to greater self-understanding and awareness. I will be reading from some of my most revered gurus, mostly dead, some alive, and we will explore together some of their insights. And I thought that the best thing to do is to start at the physical plane of existence where we all are, and from there move into the various ideas very gradually. And Yogananda happens to be my very first choice of gurus. And the healing light of God is where I'd like to start. He says, "Thy perfect light is omnipresent in all my body parts. Wherever that healing light is manifest, there's perfection. I am well, for perfection is in me." Health is a natural state of being for the body. The idea here is that the perfect light is omnipresent in all my body parts. The first thing we have to realize is that within our body, we have a miraculous instrument of healing. This we have to know. We have to believe it when we start, and later we have to actually know it, convinced of it. For the body is very much like a mirror of your mind. It is the most gross aspect of us. That is the most dense aspect of us. And therefore, it is subservient to the mind and, of course, to the soul. The mind is subservient to the soul, and the body is subservient to the mind. What you think, feel, and believe are is translated out into the health of your body. Your body is made of light. Ultimately, on a subatomic level, definitely it's made out of light. And that light, again, is reflective. That it's reflecting the inner core of you. You can change your body and make it as beautiful and as healthy as you want it to be. It already has the capacity. It was born with the capacity to heal and to achieve high levels of health. Thy, and by thy we're referring to God or all that is. Thy healing light has been shining within me, around me. But I kept my eyes on my inner perspective closed and beheld not thy transmuting light. So he's saying he wasn't paying attention to the fact that this light was there, this healing light was there, and always was there, always will be there. But we weren't paying attention. I will plunge the gaze of my faith through the window of the spiritual eye and baptize my body in the healing light of Christ consciousness. Yogananda was a great admirer of Christ, or of Christ consciousness. I remember reading or listening to Alan Watts, who's extremely humorous and a very practical Zen master. And he made reference to this idea that Christ was deified, was pronounced officially by the church to be the one and only Son of God. Now, it was mandated that one believe absolutely that it is only through Christ, the belief that he is the one and only Son of God, that we can attain salvation. This was the interpretation of the story of Christ. And Alan Watts humorously pointed out that we may have, in fact, deprived humanity of one of the greatest role models for human behavior, for human achievement on a moral and on a super normal level, by relegating him to be the one and only Son of God. Whereas if he were a Son of God, then you and I could be also like him. Then his achievements, his moral and miraculous achievements would be a model for us to attain, more accessible. For it's easy to deny our ability to be like Christ if he's the Son of God. After all, we're not, are we? So we have all these excuses. And so I thought that was a very apt observation on Mr. Watts's part. So, again, talking about health, the body, the material world too, because the body, the senses are what deliver to us the spectacle, the Maya of the material world. Today I will seek God's vitality in the sun. Today I will seek God's vitality in the sun. That's literally not the sun like the Son of God, but the sun like the sun and the moon, that sun. Bathing my body in light to appreciate the life-giving, disease-destroying gift of the ultraviolet rays from all that is, from the sun. He's advocating you take a sun bath, that you go out and you take your sunglasses off and you look at the sky and you look at the clouds and you breathe the fresh air. For these are healing. I realize that people are very shy now, even of the sun, and they slather things all over themselves to protect themselves from the sun. I'm not advocating for you to lay there for hours, but definitely every single day you should give your body a bath in sunlight. It will heal you. I've done so all my life. And even at this very late stage in my life, I'm extraordinarily healthy. And it, for more than one or two reasons, but the fact that I always loved the outdoors, I attribute as a major factor in my health. And I would highly recommend that you do that, because for ultimate happiness, you have to have a body that is healthy, that you're not at war with, that isn't a distraction from your higher purposes. If you're ill, you don't have the time, you don't have the curiosity, you don't want to investigate who you are deeper levels. So, Heavenly Mother, my body's cells are made of light. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, Heavenly Mother, my body's cells are made of light. They are a spirit. You are a spirit, Mother God. My cells are immortal, as you are immortal. Every cell of my body has its own consciousness and is also immortal. It is here in this great universe, which is my body. And in this universe, there is great harmony and cooperation and love. And if one could really every day take a few moments and appreciate the magic of your body, and that it can, without your intellectual input, sustain you year after year after year. It is the greatest alchemist in the entire universe. It takes ice cream, cookies, all that you eat, and alchemically changes it to life, allowing you to sustain yourself. The body is such a miracle. And the first thing we have to do in order to transform the body into its healthiest potential is to find a deep reverence for it, a deep appreciation for it. And so I'm going to leave you with that today. And I want you to think about it. And then we'll be back in a day or two with Ava's Church of Ultimate Happiness.